Meyers Crossing, starring Robert Dunkirk as Sheriff John Quinton, co-starring Elaine Powers as Judy Sunderland, Martin Allister as Dr. Ray Mathers, Derek Eastman as Deputy Eric Grimes, Mason Porter as Nate Anderson, Patricia Keaston as Edith Huntington, Jet Behringer as Bobby Scooper Madison, Sharon Meadows as Anna Anderson, and Stuart Parsons as Bert Cummings. Meyers Crossing.
This is WHXP Radio, the WHIP, 1606.1 on your dials. Meyers Crossing is brought to you by Wild Bob's Buckhorn Sarsaparilla.
That's right. It is the real world-famous Bob Buckhorn Sarsaparilla. Here at Wild Bob's, we have been making our sarsaparilla the same way since 1885, in small batches that have been slow brewed and triple filtered. That's what gives our sarsaparilla that supreme handcrafted flavors that leaves a smooth and satisfying taste that will leave you wanting more. That's Bob's Buckhorn Sarsaparilla. Only available at OG food stores.
How's he doing, Doc?
Well, he's resting. I've never seen a man tore up worse than he is, John. Even the men that I treated after battle had a better chance than Scooper does.
What do you think happened to him?
He got into a tangle with a wildcat. He's got deep claw slashes on his back, his right leg, and both arms. He also has 4 puncture wounds from bites, 2 of them on his head and face and 2 on his neck. He's lost 2 fingers from his left hand and his thumb on his right. I sewed over 300 stitches. It'll be a miracle if he makes it through the night.
Is there something I can do, Doc?
Edith is going to stay up with him tonight. I'm going to get some rest. If needed, she'll wake me and I'll tend to him.
Has he said anything?
Not a whisper.
You go ahead and get some rest, Doc. Don't you worry. I'll watch after Scooper. I have some sewing to get done for a new feller in town. If there's any change, I'll fetch you right away.
Oh.
Morning, Sheriff.
Morning, Eric.
Have you heard anything from Doc?
Not yet. I'm guessing no news is good news.
Morning, Sheriff. Doc sent me. Scooper's away.
How's Scooper doing this morning, Doc?
He's weak. His whole body's in pain. He comes around every few minutes, mumbles a few words, and passes out again.
Can I talk with him?
Hey, you can try.
Bobby. Are you still with us, Scooper?
I'm here.
That's all he's got in him, John. He's not out of the woods yet. He's going to be mending for an extended period. Sheriff, you know as well as I do that Scooper has a lot more healing to do.
I know it, Doc, but I still have to do my job.
Let me get clean bedding in here before you lock him up.
Do what you need to do, Anna. Nothing more.
You go on ahead and do whatever it is you need to do, Anna. Eric, you leave her be.
I can't believe you've arrested Scooper for killing that prospector.
I don't like it either, Doc. But First Circuit Judge Ellison Smith heard about it and wants him locked up until his trial. My hands are tied. Scooper is the only suspect for the killing.
We'll take care of him, Doc. But it seems odd to me why we're keeping the man alive just to hang him.
Scooper hasn't been found guilty of anything. There's been no trial, and I still don't believe he did it. We're gonna take care of him, Eric. There's lots of folks who could have done the killing. And by the way, the prospector's name was Jonas Hubbard. He has a sister. I got a telegram from her yesterday. Seems the story of the killing reached her in Denver City. From what she said, he'd sent her a telegraph the day he came into town, telling her how he had struck it rich, and also said he had a gift for her, as well as plans to go to Colorado. Got another one this morning. She's coming here by stage for the trial. She made it as clear as water that she wants to watch them hang the man that killed her brother.
All right, Scooper, you stay still as much as you can. If you move the wrong way, you can still bust out stitches. And right now, them stitches and a lot of luck is all that's holding you together.
Thanks for all you've done, Doc.
Are you up to answering some questions, Scooper?
Ask me anything you want. Till you arrested me, I didn't know there'd been a killing. I didn't do it, Sheriff.
I don't think you did, Bobby, but the circuit judge has other thoughts on it. What do you remember about that night?
I'll tell you everything I remember, Sheriff.
Anything you can think of might help.
Well, I remember throwing my knife and stick in some poor cowpoke's foot to the floor. And I think Eric said something to me outside the saloon about my knife, and then I remember I was walking to my room in the stables when I saw these two fellers having words out back of Anna's haberdashery. One of them shoved me to the ground as I was walking by. The next thing I knew, I came to riding my horse. And me being me, first thing I did was grab the bottle of whiskey out of my saddlebags and started drinking. I guess I must have leaned a little bit too far on one side and fell off my horse. Spent the next few days tracking him down. By the time I found him, I was plumb lost. I got my direction right in a day or two. I was half a day's ride out of town when I made camp for the night. Next thing I remember is waking up in the doc's office in my current condition.
Let's go back to the two men you saw in back of Anna's. Is there anything you can remember about them?
I told you all I remember, Sheriff. There were two fellas having words, and when I tried walking by, one of them shoved me to the ground.
Do you remember what words they were having? Try and think.
Now that you mention it, it seems like I heard one of them say something about gold.
Do you remember anything about how they were dressed or what they looked like?
It was dark, Sheriff. Wait, the one that pushed me to the ground had a ring on his finger, a big one. I didn't get much more than a glance at it. I'm tired, Sheriff.
You did real good. Get some sleep, Scooper.
You believe him, Sheriff?
There's no reason for me not to, Eric.
Could be lying.
Morning, Sheriff. What can I do for you?
I need some buttons sewed on my shirt. I guess I lost a few when we carried Scooper up the doc's office a few days ago.
Here, let me look at your shirt. I think I matched him without replacing him. Edith, take his shirt and see if you can match the buttons we have.
Yes, ma'am.
How's Scooper doing?
He's on the mend. I had a talk with him about the night of the killing.
What did he say? Does he remember anything?
All he could recall after leaving the saloon is two men having words out back of your place here. The only thing he remembered is that they were talking about gold. One of them shoved him to the ground, and when he did, he remembered seeing a ring on the guy's finger.
A ring? I don't see many men wearing them. Then again, I never paid much mind to it.
I seen a man wearing a ring.
What man?
Mr. Tompkins.
Who?
Mr. Tompkins. That man that came in a short time after the killing wanted a new suit of clothes, remember?
Oh, yes, I remember. An unsightly man at first. Looked like he's been sleeping in the barn.
You said he was wearing a ring?
Yes, sir. I saw it when I was taking measurements for a suit.
It's finished. Mr. Thompson picked it up 2 days ago. Edith did most of the work herself, even worked at night.
That's right. I did a lot of the sewing on it while I was watching after Scooper at night, so Doc could get some rest.
What else can you remember about Mr. Tompkins?
Nothing. I mean, like what?
Well, like that ring, for example. Is there anything different or something out of the ordinary you noticed about him or on him?
Well, when he came in to pick up his suit, he insisted in putting it on here. After he changed, he told me to throw out his old clothes. As I picked him up, something fell out of his shirt pocket. Looked like a small golden hand. Seemed odd, though. Without a word, he snatched it from me.
What was odd? I mean, other than being a golden hand.
It looked like it was supposed to be holding something.
Like what?
I don't know. That's just how it looked.
Have you seen Mr. Tompkins since he's been in to get his suit?
I saw him going to the saloon about a short time ago. He might still be there.
This is WHXP Radio, the Whip. 1606.1 on your dials. Myers Crossing is brought to you by Wild Bob's Buckhorn Sarsaparilla.
That's right. It is the real world-famous Bob Buckhorn Sarsaparilla. Here at Wild Bob's, we have been making our sarsaparilla the same way since 1885, in small batches that have been slow brewed and triple filtered. That's what gives our sarsaparilla that supreme handcrafted flavors that leaves a smooth and satisfying taste that will leave you wanting more. That's Bob's Buckhorn Sarsaparilla. Only available at OG food stores.
Sheriff Quinn, is the defendant Bobby Matson here with you?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Mr. Matson, do you have anything to say on your behalf?
I saw two fellas talking about gold. One of them shoved me to the ground. You gotta believe me, I didn't kill no one. I just ain't got the heart for it.
I won't need my more than that to keep you from the hangman, Mr. Matson. Now, is there anyone here in defense of Mr. Matson?
Yes, sir. I am. Your Honor.
Sheriff, you have evidence to present to this court. Please do so.
Your Honor, if we can wait for just a few minutes, my deputy will be here with a new suspect and evidence enough that I believe it will change the court's mind and release Mr. Madison, free of all charges.
I'll allow you just 5 minutes to produce your suspect and subsequent evidence, or this court will find Mr. Matson guilty of murder, with the execution to be carried out directly.
Here we are, Sheriff. I caught him trying to ride out of town.
Your Honor, this man is Clarence Tompkins. Mr. Tompkins killed the prospector Jonas Hubbard after a night of drinking and celebrating his wealth. Mr. Tompkins waited for Mr. Hubbard to leave the saloon. He then followed him until they had reached the back of Anna's haberdashery with intent of stealing Mr. Hubbard's gold. It was then that Bobby Madison happened by in a drunken stupor. Mr. Tompkins here shoved Bobby to the ground, removing his knife, and using it to cut the throat of Mr. Hubbard and relieving him of his possessions.
That may well be, Sheriff Quinton, but I need more than hearsay to change my mind. Now, what evidence do you have, if any?
I have here a small golden hand taken from the suspect.
How is this a sign of guilt? You are wasting my time, Sheriff.
Your Honor, I have another small golden hand taken from Mr. Hubbard's body by me the morning of the murder. I also have testimony from Mr. Hubbard's sister, who is here in the court this morning. These two matching pair of hands that clasped together were meant as a gift from Mr. Hubbard to his sister. The only way Mr. Tompkins would have one of these hands is to have taken it from Mr. Hubbard's body after he'd killed him, leaving Mr. Madison's knife behind to avert suspicion away from him and implicating Mr. Madison.
Based on this new evidence, I'm releasing Bobby Madison and freeing him of all charges for this case. Sheriff, you're instructed to jail Mr. Thompson until this court has heard this case.
I don't know how to thank you, Sheriff.
You don't have to thank me, Scooper. It's my job to keep the peace in Meyers Crossing.
We want to thank you all for sitting a spell and listening to our story. We hope you all come back next week. You're always welcome in Meyers Crossing.